I'm not attracted to him.
He's not your type.
But when I heard, I'm Dorit. I don't have a type, but. All right, you guys,
We're back.
I know. Overanalyze with Dom and Kyla. We're talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Today, we're talking about season 15, episode 10. We got a mid-season trailer. We also got the taglines. Did you notice?
I know.
Yeah,
I know. It's so funny.
Look at me knowing the lingo.
I know, but you know what's so funny? It's like I didn't even... Have they not played at all?
I don't know. I probably just hadn't noticed them, but I really noticed them in this one. I thought they were really good.
I don't know. I'm like, wait a minute. Have I totally missed something? You're right.
Yeah.
Because usually that's like a big thing that like Bravo creators like taught, like, oh, here's the taglines. And you're right, because I don't know any of them.
Or maybe they changed them, because I remember we joked about Sutton's being main character energy, even though I'm not on a main road.
Is that hers? You're right. Yes. We know the taglines. Okay, it is. Because that line of the main road came from the reunion last season.
Okay. All right.
Okay, we do. I was feeling crazy. They haven't showed them in a while. Sometimes they'll just go right into the episode. So that's okay.
I was going to say, maybe they have like the Amanda and Rachel ones now, because
I don't care.
Theirs were interesting. Yeah, I know. All right. So, you guys, in this episode, Rachel, Dorit, and Kyle are still in the Hamptons, living their best life. All of us wish we were on that trip. And I'm loving all of the like headlines, because we get to see the timestamps for it being like August 2025. I'm like, what was I doing in August? What was happening? And we also get a big bombshell at the end of the episode.
Girl. Yeah.
So
we'll get there.
What do you want to talk about first?
Well, I guess we can start at the beginning. Amanda and her weird husband, fiance, whatever they are.
Yes.
Breaking down the dinner part. I'm like, oh, God, they both give me the ick so bad. Like, I know that's shocking at this point, because I have not made that clear yet.
I know.
But this is further. I'm like, ugh.
Well, it's really not fair, because Greg literally cared about what was happening with Nene on the Atlanta series.
Literally, rest in
peace. We
peace.
always saw Cynthia's husband. Was he Greg too? Peter. So you can be invested in a part of the storyline as a husband. Look at Mo and Kyle. But showing Eddie all the time with you guys just discussing the parties, and then he doesn't understand because he's on the outside, and you're only showing your very weird version of it, right?
Exactly.
So it's very, very odd. And was this the episode where he was like, well, I've had a separation, which I don't know if that meant divorce, but he was like, sometimes you just don't want to talk about it. But she didn't care. She just was like,
I think she likes fucking him, and that's about it, or something. Like, she does not seem to care about him.
Like, or maybe because she wanted to manifest these babies, now that she has the baby, she's like,
then leave him.
You have to stay, right?
You make more money.
She tells us every week.
Exactly. So it's like, what? You don't need him.
I don't want to jump too far ahead, but I kind of think I started to understand why she talks about money so much.
Okay, why? What do you think that?
Well, because when she's talking to Erika, and her whole thing is like, oh, I don't want to be financially dependent on man. I understand that. Congratulations.
Right.
That does not undo our decades and centuries of being taught that this is how it's supposed to be, and the woman is supposed to be barefoot and pregnant in the house, and this is how patriarchy is. You can't be mad at someone for not being awake to that. You can't. Yeah. And so, oh, she just doesn't like me because I'm not financially dependent on a man. I get it. You don't do anything for the male gaze. That's amazing. But that does not mean that because you don't do that, everybody else has to be evolved like you. You know what I'm saying? And it's so weird, because she's just like, she's honestly just judging everyone for not being her. Yeah.
Honestly, that's how it all comes across. And I think, like, when Kyle talks to Erika, that they're FaceTiming, I think they said something along those lines of, like, she's like alienating people because her delivery sucks, first and foremost. So it's like, listen, I'm not the demographic that she's not going to win me over anytime soon. But like, if that's your goal, she's fumbled the ball every single time trying to communicate with these women. And most of them aren't buying what she's trying to deliver or trying to sell to them. Like, they're just like, and I thank God, because they all have their heads on a swivel, and they're all like either questioning her or they're just like, what the fuck is she talking about?
It's so bad that Boz and Sutton are out talking about her, and they're just like, what is she? Does this ring true to you? Where's the return on investment? What is she selling? And I can't be mad at them.
The same thing.
Because even when they asked Amanda, what do you do? Well, I have these courses that do that. And then you go to the website and it's like manifesting as fuck, mama as fuck, slayed all day.
It sounds funny when you say.
Because next she's going to do the dab. Like, let it go.
You know what's funny, though? Like, think about it. And, like, well, listen, we're pretty smart people, but we're not naive at all. I don't think we are, at least. I feel like I know what you're going to say, but if I hear anyone, if I meet, whether it's through networking or wherever, you introduce me to a friend of a friend, and you tell me, like, I ask you, what do you do for a living? If you say anything that includes, I create and sell courses, that's all you have to tell me. I'm like, nope, I want no part of this. Unless you're, like, at Harvard and that's where the course is, I want no part of it. Like, that's all I need to know. Red flag central.
It's true. It's actually very, very true, because you create and sell courses. What does it mean? Are you a video editor? Are you a teacher? Whether they learned, because you know what? She's going to be the one that's like, well, you didn't get it because you didn't manifest hard enough. Remember that episode from Sex and the City? And she's like, but did you really try? She's like, yeah. But did you really want it? Yeah. It's like, how do you quantify whether you got what you paid for? How?
You know, I just realized.
What?
I bet you. She goes at home and she goes, that fucking Mel Robbins stole my gig. I bet you anything. I bet you she hates her. Because she also does not, I don't care how many times she wants to say, I don't believe she's a girl's girl. I guarantee you she's not. And I bet you she looks at someone like a Mel Robbins and goes, that fucking bitch. Like, I really do. I can see it. I can hear it. Like, she probably talks to her dumb husband or whatever he is, fiance, and is like, I'm not buying that let them theory. That was, she's probably so psychotic. She's like, I invented that and she stole it from me.
I could see that. I could absolutely see
she's that crazy.
Because it just doesn't line up. Either it was this episode or the prior one where she's doing Pilates and their kid runs in and she's just kind of like, it seems like it's a regular ordeal, but she also, I feel like she should have a nanny. So I don't understand why we were seeing that. But she's holding the one baby when they're getting ready for the dinner party. But then also when Erika comes over, there's toys everywhere. And Erika's like, fucking kids. Yeah. And it just doesn't feel, it almost feels like, no, leave that there. She knows there's kids here.
Yeah. Or she like, I need to place these here.
I'm so suspicious of her.
Yeah.
I even think that she staged the toys.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate.
I get that.
Because
I think it's
pretty
a perfect
trusting.
Word. We're very suspicious of her. That's why we're very hard on her on this podcast. She did it to herself, so I'm not apologizing.
Erika comes over and she's talking to Amanda. And so I loved it because Erika cut straight to it. And
she's like, we want to talk about the cult.
So I wasn't expecting Amanda to open up. But then also I was still surprised at how naive she was. She's like, oh, you guys want me to open up and share who I am. And I swear to you, I was like, she has never had a friend in her life. No, I don't think she has ever. We've said this before. And I would say that I've said it in a joking manner, but jokes tell most of the truth.
Yeah.
I don't think she has friends that are not on payroll or from her church type, culty type things, because it gives nobody ever questions me. I'm surrounded by yes people. Nothing happens without me. She's also the type of leader that the bottleneck is her. If she doesn't approve it, it doesn't go on. I like to create something and delegate. I want it to run where I'm not around. I think her ego is such to where she has to be involved. Look, stuff can't move without me. Girl, that's not productive. That's actually the opposite. So I was like, I don't think she just has friends. I think her colleagues and coworkers know when to ask her about stuff and when to leave her alone. I think her spouse knows when to talk to her, when to leave her alone. I don't think she just has that nosy friend, that sibling that's just like, tell me this, tell me that.
Right.
Because she probably cuts them off.
Yeah, probably. Well, yeah, but she definitely exudes that kind of behavior. But I'm going to say something that's probably not well received. Again, it's because everything that she does says, I'm suspicious of everything. I'm not saying I don't believe her. again, the whole cult story that she described it, I'm like, is this the truth? Is this the full truth? Are you still in it? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm not feeling it.
I will say when I found out about the cult, I thought she was running it. I was surprised to hear that she was involved in it. I just think it's really scary because she has little babies. And I'm like, I feel like everything she does is so manipulative.
Yeah, I do too.
I know she has to be teaching them how to do that. And this was the episode where Sutton is like, everything is a moment. I'm going to have a cheese moment. I'm going to have this moment. And I think she thinks that way. I think she's like, this is my friend moment. This is my wife moment. This is my this moment. I hope she's surprised when she sees herself on camera because I don't even know if she knows.
I would say, like, up until this point, because I don't know how worse she could possibly get throughout the season. The only possibility I could see me thinking differently, if she does say, wow, I watched myself and I was a fucking monster or something. Like, I don't know. Like, I need to see something. I guess that would be the exception because I'm too far gone. I'm like, I don't care about you. But then again, I'm like, I don't know if I'd believe her. I don't know. Again, you're right. You said it perfectly. I'm just suspicious of everything about her that I'm like, I don't know what's true and what's not.
It just makes me so mad.
She's so bizarre.
I have a business and I've dealt with like self-worth for a long time. And you're just like, somebody wants to give me $200. Oh my God. I'm giving them $560 worth of value. And I just feel like she's so flippant with it. And I'm like, is it the blonde hair, blue eyes effect? Is it being from Oklahoma? Or is it from being in a cult and you feel like anything is possible?
Or all of the above.
Because that could probably be like a redemption story. Are you afraid to just tell us it was hard work? Or is it really not hard work because you're scheming?
That part.
Listen,
that's a perfect example. Okay, she's talking to Erika. And she's like shocked that people want to know this. I'm like, girl, you opened the floodgates. Like, why is that so shocking that why people would want to know more?
I know.
I guess you could want to argue, I'm like, maybe you severely lack social skills. We can dissect everything she says and we can find a category of like, maybe she doesn't know how to communicate with people. She lacks communication skills, lacks, interpersonal skills. She's a liar. We can find anything.
Autism spectrum.
But she's doing it all to herself. This is not anything that anyone's making up. It's based upon all the shit that she's been delivering. And it's just like, it doesn't hit. And it's just like, it continues on and on and on.
I know.
And when I saw like Erika go there, I was like, do not recruit her.
I was like, you already have Kyle. Do not drink the tea. Only drink bottled water.
Don't be Charlotte and open your mouth in the shower.
Do not
shit your pants.
I know.
I don't know if anyone's gonna get that reference. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't like. I was like, Erika, get out of there. Save your please get out of there. And I bet her home smells like bleach.
It does because she had to clean the blocks before she staged them on the floor. My favorite thing about Erika going over is that I know somewhere there's a phone call where they're like, who's going to ask? Who's going to ask? Who's going to ask?
Yeah,
I'll fucking ask.
I'll volunteer as tribute.
And Amanda wasn't even suspicious. Like, you want to come over? Are you sure? Because that was what she said. She's like, I am so surprised Erika wants to know me. Because last time we met, when she said that flippant comment about you drinking, you are the one who made that a big deal. Again, we've said on this podcast, Erika did not think about you. You were the one that was just, I don't think she likes me.
Right.
I have to think about you to not like you.
Right.
What are you talking about?
And you ain't on the list, girl.
At all. Like,
At all.
Make it 5 seasons and you might be someone I think
then
about.
Then maybe you'll get the privilege.
No. So I'm telling you, I watch her and it makes me sit here and be like, am I in my house too much? Am I only talking to my spouse too much? Because she is so isolated. And I think to when she was saying, I don't like people talking to me that way, so I'm going to cut them off. I was like, I feel like anyone who challenges her, you're done. Employee, family member, whoever. Yeah. Even the way she was talking about her family. Well, my parents weren't. I feel like she probably went and did her stuff and was like, hey, I'm the money queen now. Oh, you don't want to respect me as that? I'm never talking to you again.
Right.
I think she really... Oh my God, does she think that's manifesting where you make it only be what you think is picture perfect?
definitely parallels but like some of these religions and then the spiritual wellness community that does all this stuff, which I love manifesting. I believe in it, but it's not like a singular like poof, I'm gonna become a millionaire because that's what I have to like work and create and do all stuff about. It's a whole thing. I don't really know what she stands for when you really think about it. Like, I guess when I look into all her shit, whatever she's trying to teach people, say it's not coming from a good place. It's like, then what do you believe? I know, and that's getting really deep for her, but it's like, well, what do you stand for?
But
Anything?
I think she needs to ask herself and find out, because it's given.
If she can do that.
If she can do that, because I think she's cut so many people off. She doesn't even have anyone to tell her.
Because that's when
you have a compulsive personality. You know that you're extra susceptible to these things. Maybe you should 100%. Stay away from them, right? It's
because
given...
that's a common. That was the point. I totally forgot to make that point when I was talking about the parallels of religion and all this kind of stuff. Because that's a common tactic of like cutting off people that don't agree with you, abide by the rules or whatever the thing is that your group does. That I can see that in that kind of that lane of wellness and all this kind of stuff. They're non-believers in this. Cut them out. You know, that's not a far-reaching either. So,
yeah, the producers are very, very smart, because that plays very well to Erika and Sutton going out to eat. But before we get to that, let's talk about the Hamptons.
I know. You know what's so funny? When they go to that club and they're putting their wristbands on, and Dorit's
in the middle of the day. Yeah,
I know. I'm like, that's like vibes. I think she said, I know this probably can't, but can I not put the wristband on my purse? Like, I loved it. I love them dancing. I love that Dorit's happy to. I know, because we know like that's going to turn to shit soon. So it's nice to see like the last moments of them having a great time together.
But you know what I liked about it? Even with this being only my 10th episode with Dorit, I feel like that's something she would say, because it kind of just made sense. It kind of fit with all of her stuff of like, do I really have to? Do I kind of, with her being outspoken, like she truly advocates for herself in every single step.
She does. Yeah,
she's going to ask you about everything. And I'm like, I feel like I've had enough history with her, even in 10 episodes, to know that. And that's the difference between her and Amanda. We really don't know what you stand for. So we're kind of like, is the caviar and cucumbers the big deal, or is this a big deal? Like,
so you're left asking all the questions with her, Amanda. Yeah, so that's fun. And I love their little sit down. Now, here's what I thought was kind of fun. And I heard another podcast talking about this. I was actually kind of surprised, but it was silly when they for one, they had like those two random guys. I don't know if they were part of the band or what their role was. I know, like, they kept saying that. I'm like, is that a group? I don't. And they joined them for dinner, but I thought it was really interesting. They're talking about like their types. Dorit was not into Brad Pitt. I'm know. Like, who's not into Brad Pitt? And I'm like, I know. I'm like, what the fuck's Brad Pitt?
And then they showed the picture of PK, and
they were that was some shady editing.
But I mean, I don't know. I kind of.
Oh, what?
Kyle said that she's a big flirt. No.
Oh.
Kyle said that she's a big flirt, and then I'm thinking about them at the speed dating event.
Oh, yeah. She was really good at it.
Dorit says, she was like, I'm attracted to energy. I'm attracted to that swag, that kind.
And I get that.
I'm only putting them together now that I saw the episode, but when she wanted Mo's number, and remembering that someone tried to set Mo up with Rachel at the beginning of the season, or before she came on, I just was like, is Mo gonna do some dirty shit and try to like talk to her on her phone?
I'm gonna tell you something. Hold that thought, because it's funny you say that. A few seasons ago, there were rumors of Dorit and Mauricio like hooking up. It was like a thing. Now they all made a joke out of it, like, "Hug, isn't that funny?" And they did this thing where they pretended like to hug, like Mauricio, like it was a funny, but it was like in like I mean like in blogs and stuff.
What if they're all like?
What if that's the dirt?
And they're protecting each other.
Well, Dorit and Kyle are not doing a good job protecting each other, if that's the case. So.
I don't know anything about Mauricio. All I know is what people have said about him for the 10 episodes. For some reason, when they got the numbers and with Kyle just sitting there, I just was like, this feels like you're going out with my boyfriend, and I'm not. So he's an attractive guy. I'm not attracted to him.
He's not your type.
But when I heard, I'm Dorit, I don't have a type. But when I heard Boz saying, he's got energy, he's got charisma, like you kind of feel it broke my heart, because Dorit in her confessional was like, PK has said to me, I'm not walking behind you carrying the dog. I want my own shine. I want my own spotlight. And so you and I have talked about it. People change. Money can accelerate that change.
Totally.
Aging can accelerate that change,
Totally.
right? My husband and I have been married 6 years. I'm a very different person than I was when we married. I was a super workaholic, wanted to be in front of my laptop.
Yeah.
I'm a very, very different person now. That's hard. If the other person doesn't grow with you, if they don't appreciate the way you grew. And so even when we listen to Rachel and she talks about, how can this person not be the same person you were with 25 years ago? And I'm like, 25 years is a long time.
What's a quarter of a century?
I'm like, it was amazing he was the same person for 25. That's a long time.
I would argue, I'm like, that's not a good thing, honey. Like, I don't want the same guy 25 years ago.
I know. And so the stories that are the loudest with divorce are that a person cheated.
Yeah, or did something wrong.
We all know that it's more than that, right? Just like when Kyle was crying about the house. It's not the house. All of their stuff could have happened if they stayed in the same house. But it's just, you got to put it on one thing. You want one villain.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think that it's fascinating that I feel like Kyle just keeps being surrounded by people getting divorced or separated. And I hope that's making her try to get some finality in her life. I hate that she's still in this limbo. Like, she's listening to people talk about divorce, but then she's like, oh, but that's not me because I'm married. Right. But it's like, but you're not happily married. So what's the point?
I know. It makes me wonder, like, at this point, like, now we're going like a few years of this separation. I'm just like, girl, I love you, but like, what truly is the holdup? And she always gets this question, and she doesn't never seem to really have a clear cut answer. It's like, what's the validation point? Because she says the same song and dance. Basically, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I can understand temporarily. Okay, it's very abundantly clear y'all get along, you're friends. Great. Love that. I would argue that's a perfect time to get divorced before it gets ugly, or it just inevitably will. I guess maybe because my personality type would not, even if we got along, I'm like, no, I need this done. It's like getting something removed. It's like, no, my bones are healed. We can take the cast off now. Like, go. Yeah. Like, I don't, like, what's the thing that you're truly waiting for? Because as much as like they are great co-parents and get along, whatever, there's a reason. There's always something. So what's the thing that y'all aren't saying? Because I think at this point it's getting annoying that you're not talking about it. Because I refuse to believe that there's not something that's holding back. Unless the thing is, and I don't think I used to believe it. I don't believe it anymore. That I'm like, well, maybe they are really holding out for each other. Maybe they like don't want to do it because they still. And I don't believe that anymore.
You know why I don't believe that? I have a sister who got divorced and then remarried the guy. Okay, you get divorced and you decide, no, we still want to be together. You get married again, or you don't get married. You just get together again, and that's
date.
it.
Like, we've done that. We don't need to anymore.
Because guess what? You and I can agree. If Mauricio filed, she can't talk him out of that. So it's almost like she doesn't want to be the bad guy, to which your kids are grown. So if you don't want to be the one that kicked daddy out, nobody is thinking that but you.
Right.
Nobody is thinking that
and also,
but you.
Like, why isn't he? You know, like, what?
As nice as he is, knowing that she is there is security for him. Because I'm telling you, if he chose, he would be gone. And then she would have no choice but to move on. And I think... damn, is she making him the villain? But that doesn't make sense, though. Because I know people who are polyamorous, or they're, ethical non-monogamous, which means that, like, we date
like
other people. Yeah, and, like, sometimes the guy goes out for the emotional, sometimes the girl goes out only for the sex. You guys set your own rules.
Right.
I think she doesn't care about him kissing at airports because it's flighty. But if he actually, like, asked her to meet someone, or, like, I want to go ring shopping... yeah, that's a different thing. And maybe she, personally, I would want to rip the Band-Aid myself.
Same, yeah, that's what I mean.
And
it could be a bias, I don't know, but
I know. But you and I are, we're initiators, and so it sucks though. It's hard to watch. It's hard.
Well, it is, because it's almost like kind of pathetic. And I don't mean it to sound like that, but it's kind of like,
it's a respect thing on her part. For him to dangle you like this for as long as he wants to. And come on, even Rachel said she doesn't have a prenup. It's not money. Right. It's got to be, I don't think.
Right. I don't think
she's either waiting for him to choose her again, and then she could say, "I knew it."
Right. Or
dang,
I don't know.
I don't know,
but I'm kind of don't care anymore. Meaning, like, I just because it's been I think like 3 years.
Maybe so it's like a judgment thing on her part. At least I'm not divorced like my friends.
Could be. It could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting question when you think about it, because it's like what motivates people to separate, break up. There's always a motive, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't. If there wasn't, they wouldn't be Do you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Separation is the pit stop to divorce. Like, that's why I would love to see like a ratio of like,
yeah, how
many people like choose to separate and then go, oh, I realize we do love each other, and they go back and they don't have to worry about the mess. Okay, but I'm like, it is a pit stop. You either go left or right. Whether that's divorce, stay together. Not like we're just gonna hang out here forever. Like, that seems odd too.
It does. I mean,
like, what's the point?
I'm trying to think. Even if he has the best game ever, wait for me, baby. Okay, yeah. All right, but it's been 3 years now.
Then say that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like,
unless they have like a prenup where she has to be married for a certain amount of years to get money or something.
And I feel like she said she doesn't have a prenup because they had no money, but I don't quote me on that, so I don't know. Enough.
So earlier in the season, I was hoping that when their daughter got married, maybe that would bring up some feelings. Maybe she's like, wow,
that didn't happen.
Mo never is going to look at me like that. Or
well, the weddings happened and they're not together, so clearly he doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah, in real life, huh? Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, she's married.
I want to look at pictures. Oh, they're probably waiting, saving them. I want to see if the alpacas are there.
There's pictures. I know, like, Lisa Rinna was there. Some of the cast was there, yeah. So they exist.
All right. What else was happening in the Hamptons?
I think wasn't that it? Just that dinner and then
Rachel is a breath of fresh air in Beverly Hills.
Home. We're still dancing. We ain't going home.
So to be in the Hamptons, you're like, wow, is this really you lit up? I know. It's wonderful to see. It's wonderful.
I love that. Happy for her. She needed that.
You know what I keep thinking about, though, in every episode?
What?
On Salt Lake City, where Angie says, your hair's too long for your age. And all of these women have long hair. I'm always like, that was such a shady thing to say, because all of these women have long hair.
Funny, though. I mean, I don't agree with it. I think it's so funny, though.
Well, I hope that Kyle hanging out with Rachel gets her back to herself, because we see a lot of flashbacks of Kyle dancing on tables.
I know. That's what I'm talking about. We
flashing people.
In years.
Yes.
Maybe there's something in Bombshell at the reunion that won't get leaked this time. Sorry, Bronwyn.
I know.
You want to talk about?
Yes.
I know. How deep.
Erika goes to dinner with Sutton. And they invite Denise Richards.
She's back. I knew this was coming.
I was surprised because I was like, is she a housewife or she's just a friend?
She was on for 2 seasons. She's nothing now, but she was on for 2 seasons. She left on a bad note. Like, it was not a good season for her. I don't know if you know any of the drama with her, but
I just know her husband. She was married to Charlie Sheen.
Well, she's married to a guy named Aaron. And so he's on the show.
Okay.
And they're in the middle of a divorce because he comes to find out he's been abusing her, like, physically. And it's been really messy in the news. Like, he gave her black eyes and all this kind of stuff. Well, obviously, because you hear about it, she's talking about it. Like, when she got her face lift, he, like, hit her in the face.
Well, in that clip, though, he's like, come on, I'm going to crush your hand. I was like...
Yep, I remember that. Yep, I remember that. And I was like, fuck.
And what do you and I always say? That's the stuff you allowed on air? You're saying way worse.
And clearly, because there's, like, photos that have come out of, like, her, like, black eyes and all this kind of stuff. It's just... It makes me sick. But I knew she was coming because I remember, like, when they were, like, talking about filming and people, like, would see the cast out while they were filming the show. And then there was a picture that someone took of Denise
that lady
and
at the dinner. Did you see her? She was, like, this behind.
That would be so me if I was ever... I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, my God.
I thought that was so funny.
So it was nice to see.
And really apparently sad. They weren't cool when she left.
So Denise had a short-lived... new reality show on Bravo. Was it on Bravo or E? I'm pretty sure it was on Bravo. I could be wrong. It was only 1 season. It was after she quit Housewives, and Erika was on it. Meaning, like, there was a scene that they had, like, lunch or something.
On Wild Things? Oh, so she's had multiple shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had, I can't, was that her newer show? Because she had a show on E years ago that was really funny, but it was way before Housewives. It was
Wild Things just ended.
Okay, that's the one.
Last
with
year.
her kids
Okay.
And Erika had I guess she had lunch with her on the show. I didn't watch the show, so I knew at that point. But her last time Denise was on in Housewives, and I mean in any capacity. After she quit, she was at random parties. Yeah, she was not good with Erika. So it sounds like obviously they made amends, and as one does, when someone that goes through something tragic. Because I think she said Erika was the second person that reached out to her when that happened.
Yeah.
And it's really sad. Even her saying, like I said, when she was I got her boobs done, and my facelift, and you come to find out he hit her and her tube or something came out. And those kind of story, it's so hard to listen to because it's just fuck. It's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking. And I was thinking about the kids. I mean, they're adults, but I was were they subjected to it, or did they see their mom and they couldn't?
Or what
say
did they
anything?
witness? Yeah.
Or was she really hiding so much? Right? Because she asked about her dad, and what did she say? I couldn't tell anyone and stay.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is so real, because it's you don't want to say this because someone's going to be like, you can't, or they're going to. You know what I mean? People that love you are going to start to ask more questions.
And so, once you open that floodgate, it's open.
Know.
There's no going back.
There's none, and that is why people don't say anything. But also, it was so heartbreaking because she meant well. Sutton is like, oh my God, but you're so strong. How could this happen to you? And Denise Richards had a really good line where she's like, it can happen to anyone. Yeah. It doesn't start that way, right? It's a slow progression. And I think it's really, really, it's just so scary because you never know what that limit is. I remember I dated a guy and he kind of lived with me maybe 4 nights out of the week. But I went to grab my phone and somehow it fell and he kicked it across the room. But he kicked it within 4 feet of me as I'm bending over. And I was like, oh, that's too much aggression for me. I was like, no. Could that have been a trigger? Could it not have been?
Right.
I don't want to say to know, but it's
right. What is the line, right? And I am fortunate enough never to been anything physical. I have been in relationships or dating guys, and one could argue did they actually mean anything? I don't know, but I have been in relationships where they've been verbally abusive and mentally, and that's arguably not too different, right? That leaves emotional scars. Yeah. But to your point, though, don't you ask the same question? What is the line that maybe, when does that turn physical? Can it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You start asking those questions. I remember dating a guy and he just played so many games and he was so horrible to me. And I never told anybody. And then I was very young. So it's so sad. I hope that younger people now know how to recognize oh, that's what they talk about. Yeah, fuck that. You can't talk to me like that. But this guy, I dated him and I was so infatuated with him. He would say horrible things to me, but then he would also do something if he was upset with me, I wouldn't know it, and I wouldn't hear from him for a week or two. And then I remember one time I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? Literally, we weren't even in a fight. It's just he didn't like something I did. He didn't talk to me for 2 weeks. I'd call every single day, multiple times a day, because I don't know what's going on. And then one day he'll just call me. I'll be like, hi. And he said, did you learn your lesson yet? And I was just
I'm so sorry.
It's so shitty. That is the question. It's where's the line?
Because you're left wanting forever.
Totally. And you don't know. And then, unfortunately, thank God we have the skill set, I suppose. I don't know, the wherewithal to question that. Because clearly there's people that don't. And that breaks my heart that people stay in those situations because they don't know how to remove themselves.
Yeah. I just went to see the movie Wuthering Heights.
I haven't seen
it. In quotes, because it's not Wuthering Heights. She pretty much should have just given it its own title because it's very, very different.
Oh, really?
But I kept looking at the director and I'm like, I know her. She is the queen of who's Prince Charles' girl?
Camilla?
She plays Camilla on The Crown. I was like, that's how I know you. You were cheating on Diana. Yes. So.
That is.
But no, I'm watching the movie. And there's some themes that are similar to Wuthering Heights, but there's these 3 lines.
Yeah.
Because the guy is dating this girl to get revenge. And he's like, I'm going to sleep with you every single day and think about her every time. Do you want to continue? Yes. He's like, I'm going to treat you terrible and give all my money to her because that's who I love. Do you want to continue? Yes. And he tells her the truth, and she willingly walks into it. And I'm bawling in the theater. And the book is about obsession and revenge and all this stuff. But you're just like, shit, this is how it would play in 2026. And it's like, some people will gaslight you. Some people will tell you the fucking truth. And you're still like, they don't mean it.
Yeah,
and they meant all of it. And I was just like,
that's the unfortunate part to all, like, just like everything has pros and cons, right? I think the benefit, at least, it's like, okay, I might have some trust issues, but it's for a reason, and that might come in handy someday to avoid like really horrible people. But I will say, within this, I was so shocked, and I talked to some friends at work about this that watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and they're big Erika Jayne fans. I can tell you that I was shocked when she revealed that she was in an abusive relationship recently. And I'm like, who were you dating? Because I had no idea she was in a relationship. She is now, and you see it on the show, like she's talking about it. So it was before that. And I'm like...
Because she says after Tom.
Yeah. And no one knew anything. Because usually, like, something comes out and, like, nothing. And how brave of her to, like... She knew that because we would all know.
I know. A lot of times stuff doesn't come out because you are so ashamed. You feel like it's your fault. You feel like you caused it. You wonder, how could I get with someone who could do this to me? Like, they have their own reasons for doing it, but then you are on the other side are like, but how could I have allowed this? And
you're just left to figure out, like, how do I... Because it is embarrassing. And like I said, I have not been in anything physical, thank God. Like I just said to you, like, I've never really told anybody that, because... You feel like embarrassed, and that's a very low level, but you're like, how do you talk about it? How do you even bring something up? You think, I don't want to be that, then you become that friend or whatever. It's like, some people unfortunately look at that like, oh, this is too much for me to handle. I don't want to, like, you just think about all the things that I can only imagine that the mental and emotional gymnastics that she might have had to do. And what she also said, because her son's a cop, I can't remember verbatim how she said it, but having to make that call to your son, who's also, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck, that really,
I know.
I've never thought about that before.
I mean, Erika is very, very open, right? I think she speaks with clarity. She lets you know there's really very little room for guessing how she feels. She's not a jerk.
Totally. Yeah.
I think she kind of
There's no gray area with her.
Because she doesn't really judge. She kind of approaches every moment as it is, and she takes it from there. But I was surprised at Sutton's surprise, and Sutton felt so odd. Like,
I think she truly was shocked.
Wow, you really are sharing this with me? And she just was like, but I think it's really good because Amanda came straight in thinking she knew all these people. And they keep repeatedly saying, no, people have levels. You do not know them. And then now, how long has Erika been on here? And even you were finding out this. And so, you guys, every episode where we talk about life is hard, these are the things we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because for me to have all my experiences, that still doesn't mean I can teach my kiddo.
Right.
This is what, oh, that person's speaking to you too strongly. Don't watch that. Or, oh, that joke was too harsh.
Yeah.
These are the things we're talking about because you can only control so much.
Right. And you hope that they register the information and do... That's what I'm like, parenting, man. God bless y'all that can do it that do it.
Yeah.
You do the best that you can. You teach as much as you can. And you just, I'm assuming, of course, and you pray to God that when they're on their own, they're in those situations, they know what to do. But like, I had a friend I was talking today that owns a bar that we go to. She was talking about, like, I forgot how we got on that subject, but she was saying, like, as a parent, like, the first moment she had, like, where she stopped was, like, when her daughter got her driver's license at 16, and that moment that she drove off for the first time, and it was just like, I hope she knows what to do. Like, you know what I mean? I hope she doesn't, hurt. And I was like, wow, I never thought about that before.
Yeah, it's true. And that's a really good segue to this episode. I don't know if it started, but somewhere in the middle, Boz is talking to her daughter, Lael. And she just got her car in one of the prior episodes. And they're talking about the fertility journey. And Lael says, you've been such a good mom to me. I would love for someone else to experience that.
I know that.
I was just like, how proud of a parent do you feel to be like, I raised a compassionate person?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because you can be compassionate and not raise a compassionate person.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah. Because she could have easily been a teenager and said something shitty like, I don't want to, like, that's common too.
Well, because.
But like, wow, what a mature.
I know.
And honorable response to say to your mom.
And I remember even on the Atlanta series when Candy and Todd decided to have more kids and Riley was older. And even then we found out that Todd had a kid. Well, we probably knew before, but Kyla, who was even older, it's a big difference to be like, why are you having more now that I'm 17? Like, why? Yeah, it's like, what? And so it hits on multiple different levels.
Totally. Yeah, totally does.
But I thought that was so
very powerful.
Sweet. I know.
Not even just say it, but even have the thought process to get there. A lot of young people wouldn't feel that way.
So I take it Keely does not have kids?
I don't think. No, he doesn't.
Okay.
Because I think she said at one point, like, I think that's why they're doing this, because so he can have a kid or kid. I think he wants kids. I will tell you, and I kind of said this in another episode, I'm really loving seeing an emotional Boz. And what I mean is, like, love her relationship with her daughter and like talking about her like going off to college and just being her own woman. It's like, I just love that side of seeing her really get to almost experience the fruit of her labors.
I know.
Of like raising a responsible child. Like you just said, like, you did that. You did that. And like, how proud she must be.
I know.
To raise this good human being. It's like, damn, that must feel really good.
Well, because you don't think about it like that in the day-to-day. You're not like...
Which one makes sense?
You're taking a bath so that you learn how to clean your body so that when I'm not around, you still clean your body, right? You just are a lot of times getting through the day. And then these are the times when I'm going to bed where I'm like, I miss her. I'm going to go give her a hug. And it's like, no, she's asleep. Give her an extra big hug in the morning. Because during the day, you're just what's this and this and swim practice and that and that and that. And then like recording with you at 9:30 at night, because I know she's well and asleep. And it's like, you kind of just form your day around them. And then, because at one point, Boz mentions that. She's like, and she's going to go to college? And then I don't have my eyes on you?
Yeah, I felt that.
Yeah. She's such a great communicator. She's so
no wonder she's a marketer. I'm like,
I know.
Everything she says, I visualize and I could see it and feel it. And I'm like, love you so much.
And she is what I would call an high effort mom because she makes everything a big deal. And all parents are not like that.
Right.
She makes everything a big deal. And I think it's sweet.
It's one of the few times, like especially when I watch these shows, and some of these parents that just give their kid like, what car is she getting? Like a Maserati or something? I don't know.
And they showed the price.
And it was one of the few times, because usually I'm like, what the fuck? That's so, like, how dare. And then this is probably the one and only time, at least in Housewives, where I was like, she's a great person. She does, you know what? I'm not mad about it.
I know.
If she can say shit like that, I know she has the value and moral system and compass that she's not taking anything for granted. You don't say things like that if you don't understand kind of like how the world works to some extent.
Yeah, and it's not that she's not going to be 16 and be taking it out and burning donuts in the parking lot. It's just that she will respect it. She will know that this is a foreign car, an Italian car. It's got to be treated with different. You know what I mean? She understands the complexities of it. It's not.
And I'm sure she understands the complexity too. I guess I didn't think about this. Knowing that her mom bought it for her, and there's that added like,
I know,
you know, I get not only all that, but it's like I got to take care of it because my mom worked really hard to provide this life for me. Because I believe she probably does know that, not like just say she like knows, like she feels that.
The picture they showed of Lael going to work with her, like they were on the stairs. I was like, oh my God.
She's stunning too. She is so stunning. Like, I think they got good genes in that family.
They're very, very sweet. I know that the mom is so proud, and it's great to see.
She should be.
It's great to see. I know. The time goes so fast. I'll look at videos of Maddie from 3 years ago, and I'm like, how is that?
You say that, yeah. I do that
because you look at them, and they're just your baby. I know.
My mom has said that too. One day, like you said, you're teaching them, like you're giving them a bath and shower and bathe and whatever, and then the next thing you know, you're at like a high school graduation, and then you're turning 18. It's like, wait a minute, 18 years just went by, and now you can legally vote and be an adult on your own. And it's like, damn, that must feel, I don't know, but
But even just, we were around for those 18 years, but it was so transformative for them. Like how you and I can work a job for 6 months, but from a baby to 6 months, they're pulling themselves up, about to walk. You're like, oh, that
they could say their first word.
Months?
Yeah. All the things can happen, and that monumental things. You're like, okay, wow.
I know.
That puts it into perspective.
Like this podcast, we're going on 6 months.
Really? I guess,
yeah. We started
it was like
September.
warm out. It was like summer outside.
I know. I'm so excited to be back in some short sleeves and
not like
not with the
death.
Snow. I know. It'll happen. But you guys, thanks for overanalyzing with us.
As always, we appreciate you.
Yes, and we will talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
I did.
Oh, I can't tell yet. Yeah, I can.
I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I think I did.
All right. So.